What is going on, fight fans? So today we got to talk about another update on the Fight Night Champions 2 or Fight Night Round 5 or Fight Night 2020, whenever it's going to come out, the year of or the year after. We need to talk about this because there's so many things going out there, and I definitely want to make sure that people feel that there's a place to come to if they want to get boxing information, boxing video game news, and be up to date with the sources and all that stuff. But before we do that, we do have to remind you guys that this channel is sponsored by those lovely people over at Into the AM. Beautiful graphic tees coming from them. I'm wearing one right now, and I'm gonna consistently be wearing these because I absolutely love it. Love the fit, love the colors, love the design, all the uniqueness that comes with Into the AM graphic tees. If you want your Into the AM graphics tees, all you got to do is click the link down in the description box below. It'll take you over to their site and you'll get 10% off the entire site. Get as many items and shirts as you want, and it'll all be 10% off with the Fanatico 10 promo code, or just click the link down in the description box below. Into the AM is doing absolutely amazing things with their products, and I am super happy to have them sponsored. If you use that link down at the bottom, and if you use the promo code Fanatico10, you not only will be helping yourself get amazing graphic tees, but you'll also be helping and supporting the channel. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. All right, so this was dropped, and this is the main source that is driving the conversation that has arose recently about a release for Fight Night Champions 2. Now, if you look at this post, it states, sources tell us that EA is planning to announce a Fight Night game this year. Boxers like Jaron Ennis and Raymond Ford are already on board. And if you see, this has 100K views. And this was put up by Raymond Ford himself. This is actually Raymond Ford. I don't think he's talking in the third person. What I think he is doing, I think he is simply sharing that someone has said this. Now, he's a boxer, and he's also trying to be part of the conversation. He wants to be part of that boxing conversation. If somebody was to post this, he could simply be saying, yeah, I am on board, even if he's not been reached out. The fact that the person that posted this is the person that is being talked about in the clip means that he was not the person who said that. So he could just be like, oh, it's cool that I'm a person that you guys want to talk about as a selling point for the fact that, or as an exciting thing for the fact that this game is coming out. But if you read it, it clearly says, sources tell us EA is planning to announce a Fight Night game this year. Boxers like Jaron Ennis and Raymond Ford are already on board. Why would you post that of yourself? You would simply say, I'm on board. EA's releasing a new Fight Night and I'm in it, or I'm gonna be in it, or something to that effect. This looks like a repost of what somebody else said, and they're simply just saying, hey, that's cool that I'm named in that, because that gives, that's notoriety to me, or that's a cool thing, or whatever. It could be that, yeah, this is true, but it could also be all those other things as well. All I'm saying is that this is not a smoking gun in any way, shape, or form. Now, also, let's say that this was real. Let's say that this is true. One of the things that is floating out there is that Fight Night will release this year. Now, we've heard nothing from them. They just released UFC 5, and the only evidence that we have is a flimsy email where it was kind of leaked, and it talked about how the Moneyball project will commence after UFC 5, which means that they didn't even start because they didn't want to split the team, which means that they are not far along at all if that's to be true. They would have had to have been working on it behind the scenes for it to actually be a thing that could release this year. even if you wanted to use this source as a smoking gun, it clearly states that sources tell us that EA is planning to announce a Fight Night game this year. Not release a Fight Night game, announce a Fight Night game, which to me, honestly, it is possible that they can announce a Fight Night game. Just keep in mind, when they do announce that Fight Night game, don't expect the Fight Night game to come anytime soon. They'll announce it. If they do announce it this year, maybe it take them 2 or 3 years to come out with a Fight Night. If they kind of use the bones of the previous one and then just start enhancing and working on that, that's a possibility. But even if they took the bones of the previous one, that is, you know, more than a decade old technology. They would have to really still keep working on it to bring it to the new generation of consoles and PCs, and it's going to be, you know, not an easy task, or not a task that's done overnight. So it'll still take some time, 2-3 years maybe, but they could announce it to get the ball rolling, sign some fighters, what have you. So anyways, that is what's kind of bubbling right now, where everybody's talking about, oh, new Fight Night, new Fight Night, new Fight Night. But I don't know. I don't think that this is powerful enough. If you were to ask me, it seems a little bit kind of in the air. You know, Raymond Ford himself is posting about a breaking news post that someone else posted, but it's saying that Jaron Ennis and Raymond Ford are already on board. He's not saying that he is, he's just reposting that. A lot of flags out there that doesn't, you know, that don't give me a clear indication that this is actually a thing that's moving forward. However, if it was, even if it was, as I said, it simply says that it will be announced this year, which I've never thought that it had no possibility to be announced. It can easily be announced this year, and then they could commence working on it, or they could start working on it, or they could have started the early stages, and then they just, you know, they announce it. So anyways, until next time, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think we will get a new Fight Night this year? Do you think they will announce a new Fight Night this year? Or do you think this is just all smoke and mirrors and wishful thinking? People that want, you know, another Fight Night game. Like, hey, I want another Fight Night game. I play all of them and I love a bunch of them. So I would love to have more things to play in regards to a boxing video game. So I'm super excited. I would love for them to drop as soon as they can. If it's this year, if it's, you know, 2 years from now, 3 years, I'll wait. I'll wait for it. I don't mind. Whenever it comes out, I'll play it, right? So let me know what you guys think. Of course, again, just want to remind you guys, we are sponsored here on this channel, Boxing Fanatico, sponsored by Into the AM. Click the link down in the description box below. Get yourself a graphic tee. These graphic tees are amazing. These colors pop so beautifully in person, in real life, which is one of the things that I absolutely love about Into the AM. Until the next one, guys, peace out.